Okay, so I'm gonna skip the part. If you to do this, you have to hoist the jack the car up, and in the center of here, up right there, there should be like a spot where you jack up your car, which I already did. So now just pretty much it's just I already loosened the lug nut before I jacked it up, so that would make it a little easier. I'm gonna use a portable impact gun just to take this wheels off. Alright, I'm just going to turn the wheel so that will face this way. It'll be easy for us to work on it. Just to be safe, I put another jack under the frame, right next to the axle. So for this, since I'm just only replacing the pads, we're just gonna have to remove this the pin right here. It's quite easy. You don't apply. That's done. Take it out. Take it out. If the pin is hard to remove it, you can punch it out. You can use something like this, but this one it seems like it's not that hard to get it out, so I can just pull it. Okay, by the way, I already just untightened like the brake fluid fill up there, so that way it doesn't overflow. So right now it's kind of hard to get out the brake pads, so you might be able to get it out. Okay, yeah. So I'll just move it up a little bit, so then that way I'm gonna this one. You can pull it. Okay, I'm not going to reuse the brake pad, so I'm just going to use this to compress the pistons. So I'll use a piece of wood over here. This is a brake pad spreader. I bought it from Walmart, about $7.99. It's pretty useful. So you just twist it, and by you twisting it, you're gonna spread out the you compress the pistons. That way later on you can put in like the new pads very easy. See, now you get the pads out. Remember the one that had the wear indicator, it's the inside one. Sometimes if it doesn't compress all the way, I just use the wood, and then I just compress it again until they compress all the way in. You do both. Because there's like 4 pistons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 on each side. Sometimes you can just use like the screwdriver and you can compress it. Then it'll go a little bit faster too. Okay, now we're gonna go through this way. Take this one out. Okay, this one's out. So I'm gonna put it back because this is just to compress the pistons. Once the pistons is all the way compressed, we can clean it up and then just prepare the new ones and just put it in. Okay, this is in a little bit. Okay, we can use this and we're going to compress it. I use a piece of wood so that way it doesn't scratch the rotor. Okay, once it's compressed all the way, use this pad to clean it, clean it. Okay, for the brake pads, I got this this one I believe is on eBay. It's called Brembo. It's like $99 for a whole set. So front and back. Okay, so this is the one that should be going the inside one because it's at the wear indicator, and this is the one that goes going to be going to the outside. If it doesn't go all the way in, that means like we need to compress the piston a little bit more. Okay, so we need to compress it a little bit more. Okay, we need to grease it. We're just going to grease on the side of it a little bit. And later on we're going to grease on the pins. Okay, once it's in, leave it right there. Leave it right there. Okay, we'll do the other one too. Grease the other one. Okay, so it's not in. We need to probably compress. Okay, all right. Once it's in, we need to clean the pin somewhat, and then we need to grease it, both pins. Alright, we need to put these things back. So for us to put it back, we need to kind of like put this in place like this so it doesn't fall. So we need to pin these go in. Okay. Okay, to put this, I just put this little thing here to hold the brake pad so it doesn't fall all the way down, so that way you can just push it through with the pin. Okay, that's it. Oh, you know what? I did it wrong. So it's supposed to be the other way around. It's supposed to be this way. See, the pin, the brake pads come up, so you need to put it there, put the pin, okay, pin's in, and you just, later on we're just gonna have to like, kind of like turn like the locations of the pins where we need to insert the little clip. So now those 2 pins are in. We're just gonna have to like, kind of like align the hole so where we can put the pins back. That should be a little bit there. That should be a little bit up. Alright, to insert the, just find this one right here. You can see it, but let's go. This has to be in. Stick this inside the compartment there, and now you just need to put this into the little hole. The pin is so hard to get in. Needle plier. It's not the greatest. Okay, finally got the pins in. So you see how the pins lined up? So that way it doesn't get out easily. Just get loosened. Okay, so once you do that, just press. Okay, you're good to go. Okay, so that's done. Everything's good. Okay, just make sure you check it. Everything's in. Looks good. Okay, so now just put the wheel back on. When you tighten this, just do it by hand, so that way you don't strip the thread. Make sure it goes in all the way. And then you can use the impact guns, make it faster. Okay, so once it's in, take out the jack. And just lower the car slowly. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Okay, now we're going to torque the vehicle, the lug nuts, just to make sure it's tight. That's it. And to torque it, use every vehicle is different, so check with the manual. And afterwards, we should go for test drive. So now we're going to start the car. Light this up. Just gonna step on the brake a couple times so that it can engage. All right, now we're gonna check the brake fluid level, see if it's low. Okay. Earlier, I put like a towel there, and then I got out some of the fluid because, you know, when we compress the brake pads, all the fluids will go back from this way. So right now it's gonna be okay, but I'm gonna work on like the rear ones. Then afterwards, we're gonna go for a test drive.